Super. Good morning, children of God.
Good morning.
What a wonderful day it is. The best way to avoid responsibility is to say, I've got responsibilities. May want to think about that one a little bit. For those of you that have responsibilities. Steve and I were just talking about that a little bit ago, as a matter of fact. We talked about a lot of things, though. One of the things we talked about is the way to really start a day and a celebration is to stand and join and sing in the silence.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, love is there. In the light, now you'll find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
In this moment, love is here. Peace is here. Truth is here. In this moment, we acknowledge the presence of our loving Father, Mother God, moving in and through us. This day, we are joy-filled. This day, we are grateful for the opportunity to come together, to worship, to sing, and to pray in the name, in the nature, in the power of the Christ. Amen.
Now it's time for the reading of our daily word, and today's word is success. And this morning, Anita will read our daily word for us.
Sunday, August 3rd. Realizing God within me, I am successful. God in me is the wellspring of all power and zeal. God in me is the cradle of pure love and compassion. God in me is the source of true wisdom and understanding. In the midst of life's opportunities and challenges, God in me is the one true foundation for glory and success. As I consider the desires of my heart, my goals, and my dreams, I invite and allow the power and the presence of God to move me, heart, mind, and soul, in the direction of my highest good. I radiate love, peace, and joy as I follow my heart. Attuned to the divine within, I face challenges and embrace opportunities with faith and optimism. I entrust the end results to the God in me. Colossians 3:4, when Christ, who is your life, is revealed, then you also will be revealed with him in glory. Namaste.
It'll work here in a minute. One of the things that's been going through my head a whole lot is there's so much for us to be thankful for, and there's so much to be grateful for, that sometimes we forget to ask for what we really want. Because we look around as we say, oh, this is so well. But right now, as a matter of fact, and the reason I'm bringing it up is we look out and it's kind of gray and foggy, and it's not foggy so much as all that smoke whatnot, right? We had, at last count, some 26 fires running in and around us. And so today, as part of our prayer and meditation time, what I'd like you to do is hold in mind those who work for us, those who serve us. And the way we can serve them is by letting the world know who we are. Now that sounds a little strange, but it's really not. You see, the more you will affirm who you are and live that, the more our world is lifted up. Let's take our affirmation together. I am a child of the living God. I have within me the all-creating power of the Christ. It radiates from me and blesses all whom I contact. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. Let's breathe, and as we rest, let's join with Steve, I believe. I believe. Lord, I trust. I have faith. Gently and easily now, having stilled our bodies, we now choose to quiet our mind. We move to that place in consciousness that Jesus called our inner closet, our secret place. It is that place within where there is no question, there is no doubt. The Father and I are one. And as we enter in, we close the door on those thoughts and feelings of what I should have done, on those thoughts and feelings of what I have yet to do this day. And for one holy moment I rest. I breathe. And I listen. For in my prayers, I learn to ask guidance, direction, peace. Here in the stillness, in the silence, answers come. This day, I choose to reach out and accept these gifts. This day, I choose to immerse myself in them. For I know they come to me this day and every day wrapped in love. I breathe. I feel every cell of my being rejuvenated, revitalized, renewed. I am whole and free. Here in the stillness, in the silence, I remember I am a channel through which good flows into my world. This day, I hold the truth of me, regardless of the appearance. I am there. Regardless of the appearance, good is there. This day, I seek to see that. I look past the appearance. As I do so, my world changes. It changes in part as I affirm my oneness with all of God's creation. This day, I remind myself to open that channel. Allow good to flow through me into this place, right here, right now. Knowing that these thoughts and feelings which have freely come to me and I freely send on touch each and every one of God's children, and in that moment, I am blessed. This flow moves through me, from me, and having joined with other thoughts of like mind, moves from this place into our community, wherever that may be, touching each and every one of God's children. Guidance, direction, order, peace, love. We are lifted up. Seeing through circumstance, we recognize I am there. We are blessed, we are grateful, and that flow continues across our state, across our country, touching each and every one of God's children. In this process, I am blessed. I choose to be a blessing. The flow continues around our world, touching each and every one of God's children. In this moment, I know regardless of appearance. I am there. Good is there. Love is there. And so it continues throughout our universe. And remembering the truth of us, that in spirit we are never separate one from the other. We know that somewhere, somewhen, someone is saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for the gifts that you have sent this day are received with love and with gratitude, and that gratitude swells up and returns to you. The circle is whole and complete. I breathe, I rest in oneness for one holy moment. Knowing there is more yet for me to do this day, holding to this experience we have shared, I now gently and easily, effortlessly bring my attention back to this place, to this now, to this when. And I join with you and pray as Jesus, our elder brother, has taught us when he said, as for you, pray therefore in this manner. Num, 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 num. When I sat down and wrote this out, I remember I sit and write these themes, if you will, a couple of months in advance. And this one just struck me, and I didn't realize how hard it was going to strike me until I looked around at what was going on in my world. And what's going on in my world is rights about this, and I have the right about that, and rights about the other thing. And I'm going, wait a minute. I think we have forgotten the backside of that. And it doesn't say on the slide, but it goes something like that. This isn't about rights, it's about responsibility. Because God's Bill of Rights are easy. You have the right to be happy. No one can take that from you. You can, and we do. You have the right to be healthy. No one can take that from you. You can. But only you can. You have the right to the substance of the kingdom. There is enough for all. You don't have the right to somebody else's stuff. And you don't need it. See, when we get stuck in this whole notion of things, sometimes we think when I want something, if somebody else has it, I can't because there's not enough of it. We get caught up in the lack and limitation. But God is all. This one that is all is perfect. Life, love, intelligence, and substance. Perfect. And you have the right to it. But there's a catch. I knew there was a catch, right? What's the catch? The catch is I need to form it here in my thoughts and in my feelings, in my words and my actions to bring it into manifestation. And I need to get the stuff out of the way that I'm holding on to. The stuff that starts with I can't, or I won't, or I'm not worthy. That's the biggest one, I think. We all hold that to some degree. We have a list, yeah? I would love the keys to the kingdom. I have a whole key ring. I can't find a lock anywhere. Right? That's sometimes how we feel, isn't it? I got the key, where's the freaking lock? We just go nuts, right? And it's because we've forgotten who we are. As a beloved child of God, you are a beloved child of God. If you're not ready for that, okay, I'll do it for you anyway. You are. That's the truth of who you are. You're a beloved child of God. And here's the quiet part that is harder to listen to, but is the truth also. In whom I am well pleased. And a lot of us just went with the list. He said, how can you be pleased about, here's my list, yeah? Okay. That's what keeps us from expressing the truth of who we are and expressing our God-given talents and rights, if you will. And it's our responsibility to do it. That's really what it comes down to. It's so simple. If you want everything in this planet, on this planet, it's yours right now. It already is. All I have to do is get set here to bring it into expression. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Well, sometimes the process is taking those things that no longer serve me and letting them go. But we hold on to stuff. I am in the midst of solving we hold on to stuff issues. Photos with no names or when they were taken. By the carton load. But it was a neat picture at the time. I was talking with somebody the other day who's going a similar situation. She said, I have boxes of beautiful flowers, pictures of beautiful flowers. Where were they taken? I don't know. In the springtime. Where? I don't know. because it's all about out here and we forget to bring it back home, is really what it comes down to. So we have all this stuff and we get hung up in the stuff. And that then prevents us, to some degree, for expressing the truth of who we are, because we carry this load of stuff with us. Now, some of it's physical. The physical stuff is easy to get rid of. It is. 5-gallon can of gas and a match. No, just saying. No. All right? The stuff that's harder to get rid of is the stuff that I've been holding on in here that is not the truth of me. You will always be weak. You will always be poor. You will always be, pick an adjective on the back end that came into your expression, into your world, sometimes from the people you love. And you believe them and hold on to it, and it's not the truth of you. Okay? Myrtle Fillmore is such a great example for us. You inherited this sickness. No, you didn't. But it took her a long time before she heard the words that said, you do not inherit sickness. As a child of God, that's not who you are. That's not part of your inheritance. What is your inheritance as a child of God? Perfect health. Perfect. So if I choose not to be healthy, who's that on? Me, right? But sometimes we hold on to stuff because it gets us results. Oh, poor Rob, he's not feeling so well. Let's pamper him at chicken soup time. Yeah. Can I fluff your pillow? Yeah, I'll fluff my pillow. Right? I get all this attention. That's what I want. I want love and attention. So I can then hold on to that which brings it about. But it takes me away from the truth of who I am. Right? So maybe that's part of what you need to get rid of, is that thought. That in order to get attention, in order to get love, I need to be unhealthy. Ever thought about that? On the surface, you'd all say the same thing. I did, raising my hand. I wouldn't think that. I wouldn't think that, comma, however, what shows up in my world when I am? You all call. Rob, we love you, get better. Yeah? And you mean it. And I'm grateful. But what am I doing? Am I healing? Or have I turned my attention away from the truth of who I am and looking at what's coming in from the outside in rather from the inside out? Yeah, but this is so much easier. Right? And it is sometimes. Right? That's when you just make the shift. That's when you take the stuff that gets in the way and you start saying, wait a minute. You know, I can feel that love from the inside out, and all I have to do is this, breathe. Now, this is going to sound weird. Breathe. Close your eyes. See God. Breathe. What's your body doing in this moment? It's responding to your thought. Yes? Peace, love, warmth, joy. The truth of who you are. That's who you are all the time. Open your eyes. Except Steve, who's trying to go to sleep. I told him I wouldn't let him do it today. See, where your thoughts go, then this body temple responds, is what I'm saying, more than anything else. That's the right you have, if you will, perfect health. But in order to be there, I need to be in that frame. I need to hold to that truth of me. Right? So when these thoughts come up that are less than the perfection, that's when I have to take the time to say no and to let it go. And it's easy for us to fall into this trap of out here. It's like I mentioned a minute ago, 26 fires in the area, yes? Okay. Bad or good? By definition, they have to be good, yes? But from our current experience, we're going, what's with this smoke in the air? Yeah? Some, not all. But that's the point more than anything else. You see, you look at your world and you say, label, good or bad. And the truth is it's good, but we just can't see it sometimes. And so that's part of this growth cycle for you and I, is to learn how to see it. One good thing about 26 fires, just for what it's worth, look at all the people that are employed. Could they find different employment? Yes. Would I rather? Probably. But I'm just looking for the good, right? Practice looking for the good. That you're right. The perfection is there, but you're the one that has to do it. Somebody else can't do it for you. That being said, you also can get help, he said, raising his hand. Right? Because you've asked for it. If I'm having a challenge of one kind or another, can't seem to find an answer, and I go into prayer and I say, Lord, today would be a really good day to help me out to get this answer. And somebody comes to me with an answer, and I say, yes? Or do I say, no? How many times have you said no? Particularly when you come with this, I can do it myself. I know better than this, right? But I've asked for that. And so it's going to show up, but I need to learn how to say yes. Okay? Someone can give you a different perspective. That's a huge piece. So that I can get out of the way of my stuff. Why is it so easy for us to work with each other in healing, as an example? We do the sacred healing meditation. And that's a great experience, by the way. It's coming up next Saturday at noon. And the reason it's so good is because it gives us the opportunity to be the channel that I can work with somebody else. I don't need to, whatever issues they're dealing with, I just get to be the channel through which energy flows, through which good flows, because I know God's in charge. For them, for me, I'm not so sure, right? But I have the opportunity to go with them. And the reason I'm not so sure is because I have my list. The nice thing about that process is then we reverse it. So then in addition to being active, I'm also a receptive. And in receptive, I just have to breathe and allow the energy of God to flow through me, knowing that whatever healing needs to take place will be done. It's a reminder. It's a reminder. See, we need reminders. We need to remember who we are and work from there. Perfect life. What does that look like? We've all experienced it. Now think about it for a minute. You have all experienced perfect life at some point in this experience, the one you're in right now. But you have to maybe have to hunt for it. What does perfect life look like for you? Perfect intelligence. You know what I mean by that? That's when you just absolutely, positively knew the answer to whatever question came to you. You've all experienced that too. Perfect substance, perfect, something you needed in your life, and it showed up, and you've all done it. At least once, and maybe more than that, but you've at least done it once. In this experience, not another one, or a past one, or the next one, depending on how you think. This one, you've experienced this perfection. In part. In part. The purpose of life is to learn how to experience it in full. Breathe. Do you remember what perfect life felt like for you? What perfect intelligence, what did you feel like when you had that perfect response? What did it feel like when that which came to you in the moment, which was needed and came to you in perfection, what did that feel like for you? See, if you will take these feelings of what you know and apply them, you're going to get a significantly different result the next time something shows up. Or you can hold on to the stuff you've had forever and apply that. And then you get a Dr. Phil-ism. How's that working for you? And if it's working for you, great, good for you. You're where you need to be. You're where you need to be, which is the truth of you regardless. But you have the opportunity today to make a change, to make a huge shift. You have the right to perfect health. Will you take it today? You have the right to the perfection that you are, to express that perfection. You have the right. The responsibility is to do it, to practice it, to put it out there, regardless of what somebody else may or may not say. Sometimes we don't want to do that. I mean, if I am perfect, and look what they say about me already. I mean, if I really expressed it, then what, right? No, it's okay. Practice it. Breathe. You are love. That's who you are at the core of you. I am love. Together. I am love. Breathe. I am whole. Together. I am whole. Breathe. I am free. Together. I am free. Breathe it. Breathe it. That is God's Bill of Rights for you. Namaste.
Thank you for listening. Please feel free to pass this message along to your friends and family. You can obtain additional audio tapes or CDs by visiting our website or by calling our office at 541-772-6902. We invite you to join us in prayer. We know that prayer works, and now you can send your prayer request to our prayer team here at Christ Unity Church by using the form on our website. The activities, programs, and services of this ministry are presented on a love offering basis. All gifts, regardless of size, are gratefully accepted. You may participate either by sending your gift to Christ Unity Church, 540 North Holly Street, Medford, Oregon, 97501, or by visiting us on the internet at www.unitymedford.org.